Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Hey everybody, and how are you doing? And welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. Well, first of all, welcome to my new subscribers. I don't know how I'm growing, but I am. I think that me putting the hashtags under the title of the description of my videos is generating me to the algorithms or something. But welcome, everyone is welcome. Say hello. And I subscribe to everyone's channel. When people subscribe to me, once you post and say hello, I click on your picture or whatever's there, the name of your channel, and I always go right to it and I subscribe to it, whether or not you're busy or not. So I always do that as a courtesy, and I watch every video. It's getting rough because I'm watching some videos, y'all, but I enjoy every one of them, and I do watch the videos through, and I usually respond to them all for the most part. If I don't respond to a video, it's because I had to, something happened or whatever, but usually I'm going to say something. If it's not just but putting a heart there to let you know I watched your video all the way through and I enjoyed it. I enjoy every video that I watch, and I've learned so much from all of you. Okay, it let me know I got to get up on my game. Okay, so wait, I've got some. Wait, y'all will not believe today. First of all, it's 7:45. It's almost 8 o'clock, and it's getting darker by the second. So what I did yesterday, I was busy for the most part of the day getting that second bedroom clean. And so I got that clean, and I brought in my tables. I had one table outside, so I have to scrub that one down before I put the tablecloth on it. And this is for our cousin's gathering on the 14th of next month. Then I have a table that I kept out in the shed, which is brand new, that I got for $10 last year on clearance. And it's a long table. Both of them are long tables. And that one, I said, I will not use this one for gardening because I had two. One is in my greenhouse, that's used for the garden. And then the one that was outside of the greenhouse is also used for the garden. But I brought that one in. It'll be scrubbed down and used for the party. And then the one that I bought last year for that $10, that one stayed in the shed for no other reason but for if I have some sort of gathering here. And so I brought that out of the shed, the brand new one. In fact, let me take you back there. Hold on. And excuse the mess, y'all. I'm in the middle. So here's the room. And it's my seed room, y'all. So this is the new one. And it even has spots on it. That's from in the shed. So I'm going to clean it anyway. But you can tell that it's new. It hasn't been used but once. It was used for my birthday party last year. This is the one. Y'all seen this one plenty of times. That was outside. And of course, I have to scrub it. And what I like is it may not look like it, but they do scrub up well. I have my Comet. And once I use that Comet with bleach, it'll look like a new table. And then after I'm done with it, then I will be, what is with the floor, y'all? I just vacuumed in here. Well, looks like I gotta vacuum some more. Oh, me dragging the tables in? Duh. Because I vacuumed before I did that. Okay. So I'll vacuum again. But anyway, y'all. And as y'all can see, this is the catch-all room, the hoard, yarn books, all my other books and stuff. Part of my little toy collection that I have. These are toys from the Raggedy Ann and Andy is from the year I was born, 1964. Then I have a Fisher-Price collection. I'm actually getting rid of that, but the teaching clocks, I want to give those to my great nephew, Nugget. That's what we call him. And he was born in February of 2023. Yeah, February of 2023. And my niece, she's so fafa. I don't know if she's going to want Nugget to have the older toys, but I want him to learn how to tell time the old-fashioned way. And that tick-tock teaching clock down there. And y'all might remember this from when you were a kid. Hold on. Let me pull. I got 3 of them. Okay, so y'all know I'm a hoarder. But the reason why I have 3 of them is one's from my birth year, One's from 1968 and the other one is from 1971. And the tempo in each one of these clocks are different. My birth year, the tempo is slow. Then it's a medium tempo for 68 and then for 72. And which one is this? The 72 one is a fast tempo. This one is from, let me take my glasses off. Oh, this one is from 1968. So this will be the medium tempo one. But y'all remember this song. Remember that? Now y'all got to hear this until we leave out of the room. Okay, so that's how it sounds. And then the other ones, I would demonstrate all three where you'll see the different tempos. But anyway, it stopped. Good. Okay. So they're worth money. Old Fisher Price toys are worth money. And so I have a slew of them and they're in my bedroom closet. And we have a toy collection place here where they buy old toys. So if my niece don't want the little turtle, the phone, the popcorn popper for her little boy, which is my late brother's first grandchild and only grandchild, if she doesn't want those for him, then I will sell them, to the thing. And then I'm keeping my Raggedy Ann and Andy, and then that's a cast iron Coke truck that I have. And then, of course, the star of the show, that's a 1960s Gumby. And then, of course, a little kaleidoscope that I broke. Here I am grown and broke the kaleidoscope. And that sock monkey back there is a friend of mine. And then my late brother collected Beanie Babies. And so I like moose. So I have two Beanie Baby moose. And then, let's see, that bank, see that orange bank back there? See, I'm going down the rabbit hole, y'all. See that orange bank back there? That orange bank was given to me by our neighbor when I was 4 years old. And my sister had a blue one, and I believe my brother had a yellow one. Theirs got broken, and mine is still standing. So I'm 60, so that bank is 56 years old. It's very fragile. How I managed to keep it all these years, I don't know, but that's it. And then, of course, I've got all my books, my book collection. This is my niece right here when she was a teen and played basketball. And she's that's the mother of Nugget. And then these are my grandparents. Those right there, that's my mother's father and my mother's mother. Okay, so, alrighty. So let's move on, okay? Because all this junk in this room can get you going, okay? Can get me going, rather. But anyway, so I put all my other junk under the table. I've got junk everywhere. My grow lights are there. Those are going to be put out because some things will be brought in for the winter, that my sister's cotton, and it'll go on this table and I'll get the grow light hooked up. And then I'm going to start up with my computer. This computer, I've had it. It was gifted to me after my mother died because my plan was to write a caregiving book. Every time I sat down at this computer to start the book, every time I type a paragraph, something would happen and I would get sick and wind up at the hospital or in the hospital. I ain't lying, y'all. But anyway, and to this day, every time I sit down at this computer to try to write that book, so I said, maybe it's God telling me, okay, I'm not ready for you to do it yet. And then this man right here, this is a picture of me and him. He was 102 years old in this picture when I lived in Oklahoma. We were actually, the Oklahoma Heritage Association had partnered up with us and another friend of mine, and we were writing a book about his life. He was a centenarian that I met in Oklahoma, and that's a picture of us at his family's compound from where he was growing up. His father was an 89er in the Oklahoma 1889 land run. He's dead now. He passed away in 2001. This picture was taken in 2000. He died like 8 or 9 months after that photograph. And so I was going to finish up the book about him, and he didn't want me to do it. He knew he was dying when he died. He's the only friend that I was able to, on the last day of his life, say goodbye to. We said our goodbyes and everything, and he ended up dying that night. It's a long story. Maybe someday I'll tell you about him, Mr. Andrews. But anyway, he told me, do not write the book about me. He said, I want you to write the book. He said, I want you to write a book about you, about your life. He said, and incorporate me in it. And I forgot about that until the last time I got sick while trying to write the caregiving book. His words came back to me and I thought, perhaps this is what I'm supposed to do, because that's what Mr. Andrews had asked me to do on his during his dying hour, okay? And so I said, well, perhaps I should still write a book about myself and then incorporate him in it, incorporate my mother's story in it, because I have had an interesting life. A lot of y'all tell me, you're interesting. People tell me that all the time. Y'all don't know the half of it, y'all. Whew, I'm telling you, y'all don't know that my life has gone in phases. Y'all will not believe the things I've been through in my life. This is my mouse, my mother and I, and it's dirty. That was us, probably about 30 years ago. We had this picture taken at the flea market, so I used that as my mouse. But anyway, so here we are with this computer. Like I said, the monies to purchase it was gifted to me, and I used it exactly for what it was gifted to me for. Beautiful computer that has just sat here basically. And so, I mean, I can get on it to do other things. I've done a lot of things on it, played games, gone to Facebook, that type of thing, even YouTube. But, especially in the wintertime, that's when I use the computer more so. But every time I try to type the book, I get sick. The first time was when my colon exploded, and y'all know that story. And I was in the hospital 3 months, ostomy and all that stuff. But anyway, here we go once again down the rabbit hole. So let me go on and finish. But anyway, so I'm getting the room set up. And the reason why you see all this junk, I got my canning supplies out because I'm about to start making jelly. So that's where I keep my mason jars. That's one of my canners. That's my ball canner, water bath canner. But I've got other canners, and I'm not going to use that one. The other canners are in my other bedroom. In fact, I'm not going to zoom in, but they're up on that shelf right there. So anyway, I'm going to get started with that. And I think I'm going to start making my jellies after the fishing season is over with, because you can make that at any time. And my fruit is in the freezer to begin with, so I can make that jelly at any time. So I'm going to do that during the winter. I will be buying my Sure Gel and all that to get stocked up with that beforehand, just so that I'll have all the ingredients and whatnot. So anyway, so I'm getting it together in here. And the reason why you see all this junk, because the closet is full of my sister's stuff. And it was moved here when I moved from my other house, because my sister was staying. She had her own room at my other house because when I was caring for my mother, whenever I went down into the hospital, which happened quite a bit towards the end. Yeah, the junk, okay? But anyway, my sister would have to stay at my house, so she had her own room. And so she had her things there. She brought her laptop table, washcloths, toiletries, clothes. All that mess is piled into that closet because she never came and got it after my mother passed. So then when I had to move here, once I sold the house and had to move here, I just packed it up and brought it with me. And I told her, come get it. I have been telling her for the past, I've been here now 3 years. I told her a couple of weeks ago, come get your stuff because I'm doing the Swedish death cleaning. I'm resuming, and anything that's in here that does not belong to me and that I do not want is going into the garbage. And she said, oh, I'll come get it. She still hasn't done it. So it's about to be a family fight, because if she ever comes to get it later, then she's going to be told, I got rid of it. I told you I was getting rid of it. I mean business here, So anyway, that's where we're at with that, right now. I've got old pictures, like for instance, I'm getting rid of my mother's stuff. I have all of my mother's things, and I can keep one box, with the Swedish death cleaning to remember her by. And I've pretty much figured out what I want to keep and what, I don't want to keep. So I told them, come get these old pictures, because my mother had so many pictures. She has like 2 tubs full of pictures. And so I told people, come get these pictures, because lots of them I have duplicates of. And, you know, some of them are of friends and different things. So I told them, nobody has come to get anything. Guess what? It's got to go. You know, so because I have too much junk around here that I can make room to put things into their proper places. You know, so it's time now. And this is what I plan to be doing over the course of the winter. You know, that. Okay, so let me move on, because we're at 15 minutes. So this will probably be a 30-minute video. Okay, so now back to what happened today. So I get up today and what happened? I forget how it happened, but I ended up going to, oh, I know what it is. For the thing, I have a Que-stead-Que bag, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make another one because I'm going to be giving out some prizes. And so I told them that I was giving out a Que-stead-Que bag for a prize. And then I said, there's time to make another one. So I was checking with Joanne to see if they still had the yarn sale and everything. And so every time I go to the Joanne site, I pull up that Bernat Plus yarn, that yarn that I drove to Timbuktu to get almost a month ago. I happened to pull up that yarn, and it was one store in Novi, which is about 20 miles from me, and it's not as far as that other store, which was downriver, that I got that yarn from. But they had 4 of the multicolored ones. The ones that I went to get 2 of the last time, they had 4. I got in that car today, and I drove to Novi. And so not only, I ended up getting a bonus. So I went and got the 4, and they took the price down even more. So I got the 4, and then I looked, and this said that they didn't have none, but I happened to look to the side, and they had one of the solid ones. So now I have enough of these to make my full blanket for my bed. So now I've got to take all this down, because y'all know I brought, to try to stretch this yarn, I brought out the Q hook, and I decided to go with a whole different stitch to try to stretch this yarn so that I could make it big enough to at least cover me. Now I have enough not only to cover me, but to cover my bed. And so the Q hook gets, you know what, I kind of like the stitch with the Q hook, because this is the one I'm doing with the Q hook, the single crochet, because it's a little lighter. Now with the P hook, I was doing a double crochet, and this is a lot heavier. You know what, I might have to continue with the Q hook. But now, and this is the Q hook, this is the P hook. But what I'm thinking is, if I continue with the Q hook, I still have to take it down, because I only chained 80. I can add 2 more chains to make it 100, and this will fit my bed. And I'll be able to wrap it around me as well. So I got to get busy. So I've got all this extra yarn now, so that's done. But getting back, y'all, it took me 2 hours. Let me tell y'all what I did. I used my GPS to get there, and the GPS took me through the highway. I had to get on M5 to get to Novi. And so I didn't like being on the highway, and I knew coming back I was going to run into the traffic and stuff, because after 3 o'clock it's bumper to bumper, and I didn't want to do that. So I decided I had to pull up the directions coming back, simply because I was going to my sister's to water her plant. And then on top of that, I didn't quite know how to get back, because I didn't want to do the highway. So I pulled up the directions, and I put avoid highways. So that meant it was going to take me, you know, over the river and through the woods without having to hit the highway. Y'all, at every doggone intersection, I was at a roundabout. And if you all do not know what a roundabout is, that's when you have that 4-way thing where the cars are going around and you have to yield, or, you know, you have to take turns and stuff, and it's a accident waiting to happen. And of course, at each one, I saw glass from where there were accidents. I was frazzled. Took me 2 hours to get home because of all these roundabouts. And of course, the traffic was a nightmare. So I did finally make it back to Pontiac, and then I had to go all the way to my sister's place. And so I did all that, and by the time I got home, it was darn near 7. It was like 7:15 by the time I got home, and I had stopped to get something to eat. And so I actually went and got some chicken. And so I ended up, and you probably see them now, I plucked some tomatoes, my very first purple Cherokee. Now, my other purple Cherokee ended up splitting, so it's no good. I did pluck it, and it's on the table, and hopefully it'll ripen, but it did split, so I don't know if that's going to work. I didn't let this get any bigger because it turned purple on me, and I've always wanted to try a purple Cherokee tomato. I finally got one. Yeah, laugh at me. I only got this one, and that's all I'm going to get all summer. I have some flowers on it, but I don't think it's going to pump out any more tomatoes in that greenhouse. It may or it may not. I don't know. Especially since I've harvested these two, it might. So hopefully I'll get more. Next year, if I like this, I will grow more of them. I only planted like 1 or 2 of each tomato plant, which was the purple Cherokee and green zebra. And then I did do it one plant of the San Marzano. I didn't get any of those. Those got the blossom end rot. Oh, this is a purple Cherokee. This is the one that split, y'all. And then I pulled one of my green zebras because it was starting to get soft. And see, I won't plant these anymore, although I hear it's a very good tomato. You can't tell when it's ready because they stay green. They don't turn red. So the first 2 that I plucked, I did get 2 more. No, I got 3 of these earlier last month in July. I got 3 of these, and I waited too late. They rotted on me because I didn't know they were ready. And when I did take them off, they had already rotted out on me. And so I pulled this one early. It's starting to get soft, but it's not all the way there because I want to try this green zebra. I want to see what it tastes like. So anyway, but I do have this one. So tonight I'm going to make me another salad, and this purple Cherokee purple tomato will go in it. I want to try that out. So let's see, what else do I have to say? I think that's about it, y'all. I didn't fertilize my sweet potatoes today. I was going to do it, but I was too tired. Oh, I know what I went to tell y'all. The sleep apnea test came back, so I got my call today. And so she's like, we cannot discuss it on the phone. She's like, but we're going to set a phone appointment. It's going to be like a Zoom type FaceTime appointment with the respiratory therapist. I was like, I know you don't say the results on the over the phone. I was like, but I already know I have it. She was like, well, yeah. So she at least confirmed that. And so I took my butt to my chart. Right after I got off the phone with her, I went to my chart. I was like, let me see. So I read the test results and stuff, and I have it severely, y'all. So yeah, so I'll be doing my over-the-phone appointment on Monday, and I guess somebody will be coming out, and they'll get me set up with the sleep apnea machine. So my prayer is that between the sleep apnea machine, the correct daylight sun simulating lamp, between those 2, maybe, with all that, I can get my circadian rhythm going this winter and feel much better. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but yep. So it was confirmed. So Friday I have the appointment with the ENT, the ear, nose, and throat specialist. But I think I'm going to cancel that on tomorrow, and I'll tell you why. Because the sleep apnea doctor, he looked at my throat and he told me what was wrong. He said that feeling that you feel, and he was like, and from looking down your throat, and it gagged me almost to death. The whole time he had that popsicle thing, I was like, the whole time. There I go with the noises again, y'all. But anyway, he was able to get a peek, and he said that the obstructive sleep apnea is something that's there that comes down when you have that. And he said that's what has happened. He said, the CPAP will that's why he diagnosed me while I was there. He was like, I already know you have it. He was like, we just need to find out how severe it is and get the numbers. So they got that. But anyway, he already told me that's what that was. So I think, why pay, because I have to pay a copay and all that. Why pay that money when I know what it is? So I think instead of paying that extra money and going to that doctor only for him to probably tell me the same thing, the only problem I had was with my throat, y'all. So I think I'm going to cancel that to save that money. And then let's say the problem continues. Then if that happens, then I will make another appointment with the ENT. If something else happens, that would not improve that. But I'm going to give the sleep CPAP a chance to get that cleared up. Okay, you guys, so before I start rambling again, let me get on off of here and go on and get ready to eat and relax for the evening. I'm still watching the Olympics, and I'm seeing the categories that I like. Gerard's out there cutting his lawn right now. Yep, I see him out there doing it. Ooh, and he has the bag on. Good. I'm going to have him to dump it right on over here because I need that nitrogen for the sweet potato slips. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to talk to you later, and may God bless you all. I will let you know how I should have done a taste test on camera. I might film the taste test of the purple Cherokee because before I put it in the solid, I want to taste it by itself to see what it tastes like. So I might film that, and then I'll post that tomorrow, the taste test of the purple Cherokee. But anyway, I will talk to you later because it's getting darker by the second. And may God bless you all. And again, welcome new subscribers. Please like and hit the notification bell if you haven't done that. And I will talk to you later. And Crops and Robert said thank you. He sees that he has some new subscribers. I told him that I posted the link, and he said he'll be uploading content real soon. Be patient with him. He's still trying to figure out the ins and outs of YouTube. And I'm quite sure you'll enjoy his content because he's always up to something, y'all. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. I'm getting ready to catch up on you guys' videos. And may God bless you all. This will upload later this evening. Okay, bye-bye.